check this out. Well, hey, welcome back to the Two Car Garage. Today we're actually on the road, and we're with Colten Davidson from Linear Blocking Tools. We're actually in his shop. Really, I just kind of wanted to check things out because we're going to be using these things on Curt's bug sometime in the next couple of months. And well, really, I wasn't sure which blocks I wanted to get, and well, I kind of wanted to see the home of these things, and so we drove out to the middle of Wisconsin, and we've been talking with Colten here, and he's going to kind of talk about some of the features of these tools, and hopefully give us some recommendations of what blocks we need to buy for working on Curt's bug. So anyway, this is Colten.
How we doing? So on a Volkswagen bug, probably going to use a lot of the Ultraflex blocks, like. There's this 32-inch you maybe would use on the roof. It's a big rounded roof. You would be able to really curve it to the shape of the roof. Same with the 24. You might use that on the fenders or something where you don't need something quite so long. And all the way down to the 18 and the 12 Ultraflex blocks. You may use some of the flex blocks. These are the flex blocks. They're not quite as flexible as the Ultraflex, but on this Aston, really the only type of block I've used is the flex block because everything's curved, but it's not drastic like a bug, you know. So, like this fender, it kind of rolls out to the peak of the fender, and then it kind of slowly rolls all the way back in until it dives back out at the quarter again. So there's really nowhere on this car or a bug that I would use a rigid block. It would all be a selection of flex and Ultraflex blocks.
Cool. Now, in the past I've used the just the DuraBlock.
Yep.
Which is, come out okay. But what can you explain some of the differences between these blocks that you've got here versus something like a DuraBlock or any of the other available ones?
Yeah. So the main purpose of these blocks is the flatness and the hardness of the block. So if you're using a soft block, even if it's flat, it's not going to stay flat. If you're trying to carve, if I've got a high spot right here and I'm trying to carve that high spot out, that foam will actually, I really can't even get this block to do it, but it'll actually divot. It'll make a divot in the foam, and it won't cut through it. It'll roll over it more than cut through it. And that's what the polycarbonate blocks, they're very hard and very flat. Like if I can get that light angle towards the camera there, you can see it's pretty much like sanding with a piece of glass. It's very flat but flexible. And when I say flat, I don't mean just solid and straight, which like a rigid block is just solid and straight. But these blocks are basically designed like this hood here. I'll take the paper off so you can see a little better, but if I lay this block on this hood, this hood's not flat. This block wobbles, but as soon as I put even pressure on it, it forms to the shape of that panel. And the whole idea with the tubes with the cuts is even pressure distribution. So if I have my hands here and here on a lot of blocks, you'll create a hot spot here and a hot spot here, and you'll sand here and here, and you won't sand in the middle or on the outsides. And this vertebrate design is made to distribute the pressure evenly, because I don't know if you can really see, but these cuts don't go all the way through. Different flexibilities and different lengths of blocks have different cut depths and whatnot, but that vertebrate design is made to help distribute pressure evenly to the base of the block.
Well, that totally makes sense. And I've actually run into exactly what you mentioned with the soft blocks.
Yep.
Where things come out kind of okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I've actually in the past just taken a chunk of wood.
Yep.
Wrap that with some sandpaper, and then that allows you to hit those.
Yeah, and honestly,
spots.
most of the time a chunk of wood works better than a foam block if it's a rigid panel.
Right.
Yeah. If it's a straight panel.
Yeah.
I'll see.
Well, that's pretty cool. So, again, we're months away from actually getting to the point where I'm going to need this stuff. But we're going to be collaborating some more in the future, and we'll go into some more detail at that time when I actually get started. In the meantime, Colten, where can they find you?
On pretty much everywhere. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We have Linear Blocking Tools, and we just recently started Linear Customs, which is our new shop. We're going to be doing a lot of everything from full builds to bodywork and paint. So make sure you check that out too. Linear Customs on Facebook, and on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Linear Blocking Tools. Cool. And also linearblockingtools.com.
You know what I'll do is I'll throw links in the description to all these different sources, so you can go right there, and I would check it out. Some of the videos he's got out are really cool. He does some things that I've seen it light some fires online, but if you're doing quality work, sometimes that's what you got to do. So anyway, I know it's a real short video, but stay tuned. There's more coming in the future, and thanks again for having us out here today, Colten.
Absolutely.
And really, that's all I got. So until the next one, I'll see you around.